MSMF Radio. Music. One language. All right, welcome back. This is Curl Jones with MSMF Radio. I am thrilled to be sitting next to the guys from Tony Mac and the Blues Connection. How are you?
Good.
We're good.
Good. And where you guys drove up from this morning? Where'd you come up from?
Lucedale, Mississippi.
Lucedale, Mississippi.
And Gulf Coast.
Wow, long drive. Well, we're so pleased you guys came up. If I can get everybody to introduce themselves really quick, starting right here.
I am Henry Kevin Edwards. And I play guitar and sing.
All right.
I'm Smiley, and I play the drums and percussion.
Hey, Smiley.
My name's Cole Terrell. I play bass.
I'm Tony McMillan, and I play rhythm guitar and I sing.
All right. Well, that's so good. Well, let's get right into it. Has being a Mississippian helped you find your sound as a musician?
For me, it has. Because when I grew up, I saw a lot of people playing music, and I saw people playing music in the streets of New Orleans. And then we saw Prince when I was real little.
You did.
So I thought every show was like that. And then one of my father's friends had a bar inside their house, and they played real loud and real good. So
That's awesome. How about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, this is the hotbed for music, pretty much where it was all invented. So
All
yeah,
right.
absolutely.
That's what I would say.
I grew up with a real religious family, so we started out with gospel music, and gospel is like the bedrock of most of it. So for me, and then I grew up listening to rock and just really built up from there. And then when you go meet other people in Mississippi, and it really is like something that helped me out with my music.
Wow. And you, Smiley?
I was a parrot head before I knew what it was. So.
A what?
Jimmy Buffett.
All right. That's so cool. So, are you guys performing just in and around Mississippi right now?
A lot on the coast, mainly around in Long Beach, Mississippi, and Moss Point. In June, we're playing at a place in Ocean Springs. That's called the Julep Room. It's a pretty famous little area. And
it's one of Elvis's old hangouts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all should check it out. Y'all have probably been there, and it's neat though.
That's really cool.
It's got a real good sound in there.
That sounds good. We'll have to do that. We had Elvis's fourth cousin in here a few weeks back.
Wow.
That was cool, and lots of interesting stories. But I want to talk about your music. I was listening to Attention this morning, and it really got me going.
Awesome.
Tell me what inspired that song.
Well, I have to say, when I was writing music around the time, I was working at Walmart.
Okay.
And I always,
Shout out
it
to
seemed
Walmart.
like so many people were around, in the age that I was writing it. So many people would rather like someone and like, oh, I'm too afraid to tell that person or whatever. And I'm going to write a song right now. I'm sitting there stocking shelves, and it just, oh, baby, I'm sorry. And I'm desperate for you. Like putting out, you wouldn't think when you're putting up movies and stuff. And it just came around. I pulled up a little receipt and started writing it down. And I never really thought much about it. And about probably 6 or 8 months ago, I was like, I remember I had a song. And it all started flowing back. And I didn't have a guitar working there. So I just kind of figured out the chords. And I was like, Kevin, you got to hear this tune. And just kind of showed people. I even had a class in college at Full Sail University, and I put that through with a songwriting class and made an A. So
Really?
High five.
All right. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's an awesome song. And it sounds it's bluesy, but it has a really modern, almost, and I'm not a hater of auto-tune. I like it. I'm a computer love and, Zap
If it's
fan.
not overused.
Right. So I'm even my kids, they're like, oh, mama, what's that? Turn that up. I like that song. So what did you think of it when you first heard it?
Well, it sounded really good, really quick. I remember hearing the song a little bit a long time ago, and he played a little bit of it at his house, and we all started playing it. And I don't think we stopped till we finished the song, And let's see,
the development really helped out, because with me it was one way, and it really branched out whenever like Kevin sits down and you're Smiley and Cole. It's just like really turned into something big. When you just think about, I was just working a shift, making a minimum wage. So
that's so cool.
I didn't know what to think about it entirely, because we put the song together so quick, and when we were playing it at the Hard Rock Cafe, it was just started sounding so good, and I looked over at Tony, and he was singing it, and I was right there in the moment, and it to me that was a new level for that song. It was like everybody was having a really good time. It sounded just like it always did. It just sounded really good.
That's really cool. I know I was talking to you guys outside, and I know you guys are a bit of a blended family. Do you guys typically all write together as a group, or is there a designated songwriter? How's that go down?
It really just how it comes about.
Really?
I try not to force anything. When I was younger, I couldn't write a song before 2 a.m. I don't know why. It's like if I sat there, it'd just be the worst song in the world. But I could sit there. I guess I was kind of delusional a little bit at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I could write a great song and show people, and they're like, "Oh, well, it's a hit," But then it got to the point if I forced it, it's like, "Oh, I have to stay up." It would never happen. So it's just something that has to come to you and just let it go. So.
Do you like to have a melody in mind at first, or do you just kind of go with the lyrics and
That's
let it flow?
another thing. Sometimes I start out with, some kind of rhythm, some chord progression, and sometimes it's just lyrics. But whatever it happens, you got to write it down and then make sure you remember it, because it's terrible when you write a great song and you forget it.
I know, that's right. Well, speaking of great songs, is there a song that you've written that you are most proud of? Any of you?
I have a couple of them, and I gotta say some of them, has got me some dates. So you gotta say those songs are pretty good.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
What are those songs?
I have one called "Coming Back for You." It's just about a shy person that it's like I'm going to ask you out, but maybe tomorrow. And a lot of girls like
There's
that.
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
How about you? Is there a song that you've written that you're most proud of?
I had one that surprised me, and it's called "It's Raining Outside," and we decided to record it at the studio in Bogalusa, and they talked me into it, and we spent 3 minutes on it, and we left it just like it was, and then it's turned out that I guess people really like that song, and they try to get me to play it, but I never take that slide guitar anywhere, so I got to get a case for that guitar, but. I do play the song all over, but let's see. "Sold Our Souls" is a song we came up with quite a few years ago, and we play it a bunch of different ways, but we've done good with it.
All right.
Journey, there's one I want to say, "Journey to the Stars" and "Journey to the End of Time" are some instrumentals that we did, and a lot of people wrote us letters over them, and even famous people, somebody from Jimi Hendrix's band, all kinds of people have wrote us letters over that. And because one person listened to it, they cued us in on all this real cool music from the 60s and 70s, and it like never before heard or whatever.
Really?
And it was like a new chapter of hidden music that I didn't think existed, and I got to.
That's fresh.
Yeah, I woke up one day and the letter was there, and they're like, "Check this out." And
That's so cool.
yeah.
I gotta say, I love your look, by the way. I'm a beard girl. I like this beard, and this whole thing is working for me.
Well, thank you. I've been looking this way for a long time. It grows. It's not growing right now, but it grew so fast that I just couldn't, do anything with it. And people like it, and girls, they'll come up and pull on it and all that stuff.
It's interesting. I always joke I have my husband and my boyfriend in the room, so we might have to add someone else to our
one's the purse and one's the cell phone.
I'm
right?
at the top of the triangle of the polyamorous relationships. We might have to throw someone else in the mix. But anyway, back to music. I saw all the instruments outside. I want to hear what you guys play. Tell me what you play.
Usually just guitar. But everybody plays a lot of different stuff.
Really?
He plays about any kind of drums and
tenor sax.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And someone has what's the box?
That's
cajon?
That's a cajon. That it's basically like your portable drum set. And it's got a snare in it, so when you hit the top, it's got that snare sound, but you can hit the middle for the bass.
Cool.
And it sounds really cool. That's one of my. It was a gift to me, and I was like, I love this gift.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So everybody seems like they play more than one instrument. That's kind of cool.
Kevin and I when we first started and actually kind of built up a little bit. I have a lot of pedals. Like I have a little like. It's like a harmony and different effects and everything. And I love harmony, especially with the gospel background. You got to have harmony, bass, whatever fits. And I have a loop station. So, we may do a song and it calls for like, backup singers. Like I love me some Ray Charles. I don't know if y'all- I love me some Ray Charles.
Me
And we
too.
do 2 songs. And one of them is that nighttime song.
Okay.
And I'll put on some like lady, harmonies, and I sit there with a loop station, and I'm recording the night and day, go through it one time, then you hit play, and and the nighttime, night and day, it's the right time, night and day. And I'm basically, I always tell people my feet are my production crew, because I'm constantly, you can ask them, I'm turning knobs with toes and pressing this and that, and it's insane.
Yeah, he really was a one-man band when I ran back into him. He was telling me about all that stuff, and I was thinking, that ain't the blues. And then he kept telling me I needed to come check it out, and I went and saw it, and I was really impressed, And then when I first saw him a bunch of years ago, too, he was playing drums. So to show back up and see somebody playing the guitar and singing and doing like a one-man band thing with a backing up like a orchestra singing behind them almost with the voices or whatever. I was like, golly.
I love that.
Really
you said
impressed.
That what you said, that phrase, that ain't the blues. Like we were having a conversation. No, that's perfect that you said that, because the Mississippi music, that sound, and the blues. I know you guys are like I said, a blended family. Like, what does that ever cause? Like just a rift, not between you two, but just with your fans, like staying true to the blues and what's the sound? Like, how do you define that? And does it bother you to kind of like genre bend at all?
It came up recently because all our people in Hattiesburg want us to come visit, but our favorite places there closed down. So. And they haven't got to see us recently, so they're expecting the old band, and then when they see us, it'll be us. So I've kind of been like, we definitely need to play this song and that one, or they'll be mad. But they love everything we do.
Really?
So
and diversity really helps out a lot too. But Kevin is our blues minister, I guess you can say. Like, and we'll take a song and make it kind of bluesy. Especially Kevin, like he's blown my mind sometimes. He'll play a song, and he'll start out, and I'm like, I wonder how this is gonna go. And by the end, I'm like, oh wow, guys, that was great. So.
And I think that's the beauty of the blended family here, because I know you were telling me, because you guys were from the Mississippi blues connection, and then you guys can you tell us about how all you came together and how you met?
Oh, I can tell you exactly.
All right, let's hear it.
Kevin and I, Kevin and I met through my brother. And my brother waited till I graduated high school to show. I don't know why he waited, but it was basically showed up middle of the night. There's a guy that wants to jam. I'm like, okay. So Kevin and I jammed ever since. And he started jamming with Smiley, and I met Smiley, and Cole and I met through my cousin. Well, basically, we all knew each other for a long, long time. Kevin's doing the Mississippi Blues Connection. I'm doing TonyMac. Well, I see there is a contest at the Hard Rock Cafe, and it was like band. And I'm like, there is no way I can get up on stage and by myself and rock out to compete with these guys, So in my mind, Kevin and I already doing something, just me and him, and I was thinking, we can just jam. Let's just show up and jam. So I didn't even, tell you the truth, I didn't even ask him. I just put it down. I was like, Kevin can play lead, and he can sing. Smiley's going to do this, And actually, I had a buddy that just kind of like, I was like, he'll do this. And this is before Cole even came. My buddy's kind of like, oh, I'm kind of afraid to do this. And I'm like, I don't got time for afraid. And I text Cole immediately. I was like, Cole, you want to play bass? He's like, yeah.
February 18th at 6:25 p.m. I remember the exact
He
day
still
and
has
time.
a text message.
I remember the exact day and time. that
Yeah.
it's gonna play.
So that's how it kind of came together. And at first, we didn't know what to be called, you know. And I'm going through all these. I'll admit it, stupid names. And but a lot of people knew Tony Mac because I've been playing on the coast for a while. So we kind of wanted to keep that in, so people kind of knew. Oh, I saw that guy. Let's check them out. And Kevin just said, why don't we just call each other Tony Mac and the Blues Connection? I'm like, that's genius, man. Let's do it.
I love it.
And it's just been, and we rocked out at the Hard Rock. We had people coming in, and, you know, it was great. And we played all originals. And if you can go in a place and play all originals and have people coming in and watch you, you're really good. I'm not going to, like, toot my own horn or anything. but I was impressed. I'm like, these guys, we only played for like a month when we first started playing at the Hard Rock. And we did really well. I mean, people were blown away. We only played for a month.
That's so awesome. So it seems like you guys really like to perform live.
Yeah, and we worked hard. I'm going to go ahead and say that. We worked hard. We didn't just show up and play.
2, sometimes 3 a week, 3 days a week practicing. About 2 to 4 hours or more sometimes.
That's amazing. So what's your favorite thing about performing live?
I like to see people smiling and dancing. Or smiling and dancing, and then if the band's having a good time, there's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, but usually just if we're getting adequate power supply, everything's going to be great. We don't even need booze. If we just get standard electricity where everything will work good, we can rock.
Yeah,
or acoustic guitar.
I like the way things kind of turn out. Like, we'll do some songs that are over the top. If you mess up, everybody in the room knows that you messed up. And I love when things just work out. And it's just, like, I even playing little things where, it's like an older crowd. I'm not going to say, like, old people or anything. Just an older crowd. And we'll play, like, some old-timey song. And even on a couple occasions, an old couple gets up and dance while we play.
Right.
Yes,
that stuff really gets to me. I
a
love
lot of older couples have been dancing lately. That's
and one guy
that's
came
been
up
really
to
cool.
us and said that they've been married for double-digit years,
49 years or something like that,
and,
almost
and
50.
That really touched me. You know, that was like, wow,
that's precious. I love that. So you said, if you mess up, everybody notices it. How do you deal with those little things that come up when you're performing?
There's a difference. When I first started playing gigs, I'm sitting there the whole song. I can't believe I did this. In my mind, I'm singing. No one can really tell that I'm thinking that, but in my mind, I'm punching myself.
Oh, no.
But now, it's like, after I mess up, I kind of laugh, and I just keep going. Like, it really doesn't matter. But, you're kind of nervous when you first start doing stuff, so you kind of think about it the whole time, but when you think about it the whole time, you're going to mess up again. So you might as well just laugh it off and keep going.
You usually know if you kind of went off a little bit, because Tony's the one, if you're playing and you look out the corner of your eye and he's staring at you, that means, what did I do?
Oh, I will look at people. I do look at people. I'll admit it.
How about you, Smiley? I can't imagine you make any mistakes, but
It's just the rush. I like the feeling I get. So,
yeah.
All right.
I don't get nervous whenever. I'm nervous right now.
Don't be nervous at all. Me and Kevin might have to switch seats so we can get a little more comfortable.
That could be good for you.
Cole, the first time we played, Cole actually came up to me and thanked me because he's like, "What a rush, man! This is awesome."
The rush.
I would have never thought in a million years I'd be playing music live.
That is so cool. That is really cool. So I know I see at least one wedding ring in the room. How do you guys manage to balance careers and family and relationships while you're on the road?
Just gotta be with the right person that understands this is what I want to do, and if they're supportive, it works out.
All right. How about everybody else? Girlfriends and families and.
I'm a lone wolf, apparently.
Lone wolf?
But that's okay.
How is that possible?
I don't know. but sometimes I don't have time. Like, I will talk to a girl, and like, we're doing all this stuff. I realize a month and a half later, I haven't sent that girl a message or talked to her or anything. But it just kind of leaves me. So I used to not be that way, but it's good to be busy, So, and I've told them I've never played in a band where there was someone dating or married to somebody who wasn't like, oh, that's stupid. It's like supportiveness is so important.
Yes, it is.
It really helps.
Yeah, it is. Anybody else want to add to that? Kid?
Yeah, it's been good for me. Let's see. I was taking a break from gigs, and I wasn't making as much money, and then I started playing more, and I'm not at the house as much, but there's a lot more food, and then there's a lot more places to go to and fun things to do, and I get to see a lot of my old friends and all that, so it's been really good.
That's amazing. So are your friends really supportive of, seeing you guys perform? Do they come out to your shows? No.
Most of the time, I have friends that are all married, and they're like, well, we're just going to chill at the house.
Yeah, the longer you've known them, the harder it is to get them to come to a show, because they can just call you up and stalk you at your house or something like that, or just move in with you and sleep on the couch.
Really?
It's pretty much, if
they'll
they're
never
not in
come
this
to a
room,
show.
they're not going to come to the show. Yeah, it's like the guys in the rooms are the ones that are going to show up. So.
That's bogus.
Oh, it's no big deal.
I bring out the crazy people.
We kind of play far away though too. It's usually 50 miles or more, so we end up seeing friends that we met after 18 or after 15, but we still see a lot of the people that we grew up with, or play music with them. Or
that's cool. I like the sound of that. So, what are your favorite songs to perform live?
You want originals or you want covers?
I don't care. Original covers.
Oh,
give it me the whole thing.
Okay. My originals. I don't play a whole lot of my originals because I'm always kind of afraid a little bit. But
why?
Well, I like to please the crowd, and I'll look across. I'm like, this is the Beatles crowd, or I'm like, Kevin, do you Stevie Ray Vaughan? I'm always, and Kevin's the same way, but sometimes he likes to say, play the twist. And I'm like, this isn't the twist crowd, man. This is a bunch of truck drivers or something.
Yeah.
But I love to play, I play Hey Jude by the Beatles.
All right.
And I love that, especially when you get in the na-na-nas. I put the harmonies and loops, and then I'm doing that, hey, all that stuff. And that, and we always end with me doing Drowning My Own Tears by Ray Charles. Right. Love that song. And I don't tell you, we rock it out pretty hard. Yeah. But still, when it comes to originals, I have to say Bottomless Pit is one of the songs that me and a buddy wrote a long time ago. And it's a lot of fun just because mainly people they like the song, and we, it's one of those, it's kind of acoustic and it builds up and it builds up and it builds up to the very end. It's just, kind of thing. And I love it.
I love it too. Are there any musicians that inspire you guys as a group?
Lots of them.
Pink Floyd, Sublime,
Really?
Ben Harper.
Yeah,
right.
It depends on what age I was. If you want to go out that.
Again, I got time. I want to
Yeah, I got if you want to go into gospel stuff, and it's gonna sound kind of lame, I guess, but there was some gospel groups that was called the Kingsmen and McCamey's. Then you get when I got into rock music, and I say rock, but it's kind of acoustic rock. Yeah, you got Sister Hazel.
Okay.
You got Dave Matthews, and when you get into Pearl Jam, and Pearl Jam.
That's the
But
good
one
stuff.
of my all-time favorites, and all these guys could tell you, I could be out of the room, they'll tell you exactly. Ben Harper. I'm a huge Ben Harper fan. And I went and saw him too, and it was I was in heaven. I saw him at Jazz Fest, burning up. The weather was so crazy, but I got to watch him. I was so happy. But I can rock out. I can tell you so many of his songs, sing them with just sitting there. I can sit there and play so many of them. I love them. But he's just so diverse, and that's why I always try to be diverse, because he's diverse. And that's not I'm trying to copy him or anything, but I just like that about it, that you can sit and you can play a Ray Charles song, then you can go into a Pearl Jam song, and it's totally different.
Diversity.
So, yeah, and Bob Marley. You gotta add Bob Marley, because there's so many things that just he's done musically that touched through generations. But
that's amazing.
But yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, when we do some Stir It Up and No Woman No Cry, and we get into it. We probably play about 4 or 5 Bob Marley songs.
That's
and
my favorite.
Stand Up.
Get Up, Stand Up's another one.
One Love.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we do One
Town
Love,
Rock.
and we even do a little Sublime medley, and we throw in some Bob Marley's Trenchtown Rock and stuff like that in there, and people like it.
I love
People will
medleys.
sing along and everything. So
I love it. How about you guys? Any other musicians inspire you?
don't be shy.
There's so many local musicians to find inspiration from. Let's see. My parents are pretty old for somebody my age's parents, and they listened to all of the 50s and 60s and 70s stuff when I was little, and they still do, and I still do, and I noticed that a lot of those people were from this area, and I picked up on the pattern of it all when I was pretty young, and I was noticing that a lot of those people knew each other or had met each other or had learned from this person or that, and I had just thought it was a very rich culture. And then we all grew up in the 90s too, and we got to see all that happen firsthand, and then that's like a whole nother 60s and 70s, I guess. From 66 and a half to 1972. maybe. Something like that. Similar.
That's really cool. I'm so glad you said that. And you also touched on another interesting point. Local artists. Are there any local artists that you guys are big fans of? Mississippians in general?
B.B. King.
Amen, B.B. King.
Yeah. B.B. King's coming to Mississippi to perform in June.
Yeah.
Awesome.
June 7th.
Anybody else you guys are big fans of from Mississippi?
Nothing come to mind. There are a couple of bands out right now that I've heard a couple of their stuff. I've never seen them live. But so going off what I hear, like they're great. Like especially when we were playing at the Hard Rock in that contest, I saw there's a band called Party at the Moon Tower, and I'm like, I don't know, those guys are good, I don't know, but we actually went further than they did, but so I felt kind of like humbled in a way because I thought so highly of them, but
they are good. They sound good. There's so many good bands right now.
Yeah, there really are.
Yeah, there are.
And throughout time, really, Mississippi is like a big place for, and you don't ever hear it. It's like, oh, so and so is from this one. No, they're not. They're from the South, man. They're from Mississippi. So it's like, why are you hiding it?
Yeah, I know exactly. I'm so glad you said that. There was well, I'm not gonna say that. Moving on. There's this little thing I like to do. If I were to invade your phone right now, who would I find? Who will I find on your playlist? I want to know who you're listening to right now.
Wow, my phone is new. This is my first super phone.
Super phone.
Let's see. Hopefully, I won't take over the world with it, but I'm very capable of traveling and doing things now. And somehow I ended up with 2 or 3 songs on there, and we just saw it the other day. Do y'all remember what they were? I could go look.
No.
my music's usually, though, if you went to my computer account, to the YouTube and all that, it's my music and all my friends' music that I run into, and then
I love it.
Yeah, Kevin keeps it real with just the local friends and stuff.
That's cool. That's hardcore. I like that.
And I wish some of our other friends were traveling through and seeing us more too. If there were more trains or gas was cheaper or whatever situation, they would definitely be traveling more.
How about you, Smiley? If I invaded your phone, who'd I find?
I'm kind of stuck in the past, so I like Blind Melon. And,
All right.
Yes.
And,
Blind Melon. I haven't heard that. That's good. In a while. You,
Sister Hazel, Incubus, Ben Harper, Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Beatles.
Yeah. And you, sir?
Well, as I said earlier, Ben Harper. You got Ray Charles. You got Bob Marley, and it may sound lame. Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
I love Hootie and the Blowfish. There was somebody asked me to play, I can't remember his name anymore, but that Wagon Wheel song. I was like,
Darius Rucker.
I can't play Darius Rucker because I don't know that song, but I can definitely trade that out for a Hootie and the Blowfish song. And he was like, yeah, do that.
Hootie and the Blowfish. That's right.
Yeah.
So how do you guys define success? I know you guys are on the road a lot. What do you guys define as success?
To me, it's just being able to go out there and do what you like and know that it can make somebody's day. Hey, they played that song and it really made my day. I was having a bad day, but I heard that song and boom, I'm in a great mood now.
Now
So
it's
just
better.
being able to change lives.
That's right.
The part of the thing for me, because you would think, fortune, fame, my thing is really like meeting people. Like I've had people that talk to me from all around the country, around the world. I've made friends in Brazil.
Really?
There's even a guy, mainly name-wise, he's Tony Mac in Italy. And me and him are best friends, just besides of names, yeah. But I've met a lot of people, and it's really cool when people you don't know, strangers. like my mom would tell me, "Oh, that's a good song." Well, I don't want to hear that from my mom. You're supposed to say that stuff. But when a stranger goes out of their way to tell you, "You're really good. I really enjoyed that," that's what I like to hear, and that's kind of what success is for me. Is when people think so highly of you, they'll want to come to you and say, "I really enjoyed that." So
that's awesome.
I actually had a kid one time. We played somewhere, and a kid ran up to me, and he had this excitement. He was like, "Y'all are awesome!" And the look on his face, it was like no one else was in the room. Like, wow, dude, I made your night. Probably your childhood. I don't know, but
that's really cool.
That made me feel really awesome.
We met a guy on Cinco de Mayo night. He was a trucker, and he was just passing through, and he happened to be in Moss Point, and
From
he hit us all.
California.
Yeah, he hit us all up on Facebook. We gave him a CD, and all he talks about every day on Facebook, he hits stuff. Man, Georgia CD. You can't wait to come back and see you guys again. So it's really cool.
That is really cool. That's awesome. So how many shows do you guys perform in a year or in a month span of time?
Well, it was like 1 gig a month, then 2 gigs a month, in different places, and it just built up. So I'm probably going to answer that in a year.
Okay.
Yeah, like Kevin and I, we have a regular gig on Friday. It's this little restaurant place, and they're super nice people, and we love every minute of it. And then we're starting to get places everywhere else and stuff, but still, it's just built up so much.
That's really cool. Well, the reason why I ask is because in the midst of all that praise and adoration you're getting from your fans, do y'all ever get, down and out? Maybe you get a little bit of criticism. How do you stay motivated when you're, dealing with all that stuff that comes with being in a band?
I just don't think about it. Especially on the internet. Oh man, people, because they're sitting behind a screen, they're more they're more gutsy, and they may have something bad going on in their lives, So everybody, they tear them down. So I don't think much of it. Like if somebody says, "Oh, this is whatever the case may be," then I'm like, "Well, you probably are having a bad day."
Yeah, I'm pretty tough. Maybe Simon Cowell could make me budge or something. But other than that, it can't get to me.
That's right. I know that's right. Well, that's good to hear. I wanted to talk about, like, we were speaking on success and what you define as success. Do you feel like Mississippi has offered you enough avenues to broaden your career to a larger spectrum?
I think it's a good stepping stone, especially the way things are now, because you could actually be in a town of like 10 people, and your outlets are so huge. But as long as you have a background musically like Mississippi,
it's a great place to start.
It really is.
Yeah.
As good as it gets, really.
And I never noticed it until Kevin mentioned something about it, and then really like broadened it. In my opinion, that you tell people you're from Mississippi, the first thing they think about is music. So
that's true.
Just like New Orleans, you're thinking food.
Well, that's true. You're right about that.
Food and jazz, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say jazz.
Well, I do have one last question for you guys. Why do you want to be a featured artist on MSMF Radio?
That's a good question.
That's the best question.
Well, we always like the support, and I like how Kevin's staring at me the whole time. We always like the support, especially when it comes to to music and everything. Like anything that can be a better reputation for Mississippi, because it's like the rest of the country musically, kind of looks down. Like, I don't want to say it, but maybe jealousy in a way. It's like, oh, y'all have a huge background in music. Oh, y'all are just low class, this, that, and the other. And it's like, we're not. We're actually very musically developed.
To try to be a positive influence from this area, it's kind of like being born in a rainforest or somewhere that's special, and you look around and say, I want this to continue, instead of saying, I want to exploit this or change it or whatever. But
if I was out in California,
it's a great place.
I wouldn't probably think a thing about Mississippi and music.
We're hoping to head that way too. They're trying to pull us in a lot of directions.
We could make it where people could see that that we're not that we were better developed, you know,
Yeah.
would be great. So
That's right, and you can't beat that. Like some places, like y'all may have clam chowder, but we got music, dog.
I once had a theory that because Mississippi is the poorest state, people actually have time where they can sit on their porch and play guitar.
yeah,
Like a lot. Some people, that's all they do.
That's
They
prolific.
get lost in it, and then that you never know.
yeah.
Well, speaking of playing the guitar, I know we can't let y'all get out of here without playing some music.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
I'm more of a football person. Yeah, it's like Saints or nothing.
all right.
I keep up with everybody else, but it's like I keep up with them because you got to check out your enemies.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, yeah, he's a Steelers guy, he's a Tampa Bay guy, and I'm like, well, whatever.
Keep your friends close, keep your enemies close.
Yeah.
We actually were talking a lot of sports on the web here, and Kevin goes, "Are y'all going to start a sports radio station?" What's going on?"
It's like, there's not even a song being played here.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. We were watching. What was that we were watching? The draft. Yeah. Yep.
It's good to plan music events where they ain't in the way of the sporting events too much, because sometimes you'll be at the bar and where's everybody at? Oh, it's a big game tonight. Or have a game playing while you're playing music and the people still watch it.
It's crazy. I love to watch the draft, but we had a show Thursday, had a show Friday, and then we came up here, so I was like, phone. Especially sometimes Thursday, first round, you want to know. So I'm like,
Yeah.
after every song, I'm like, all right. So,
That's right. So, you guys need a minute to warm up? Are you good?
Yeah, everybody play a little something for a minute just so I can get level.
I saw you do the thumbs up, and I was like, well, I got to end the thing. I mean,
Hey, Tony, what was that thing that you were doing with Ray Charles a little bit ago?
that was a Drowning My Own Tears. You're like, it brings a tear into my eyes when I begin to realize that I've cried so much since you've been gone, and I guess I'll drown in my own tears. I'll sit and cry just like a child, and my pouring tears are running wild. But if you don't think you'll be home soon, well, I guess I'll drown. Oh yes, in my own tears. Oh man,
Sometimes we gotta make some changes.
man, they gave you a hookup there.
Now he's smiling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite Ray Charles song of all time.
That's a beautiful
So why you like Ray Charles so much?
Man, he's got so much soul, man. Like, whenever I was singing, like, gospel and stuff, my family was like, oh, that's out of your range. Don't do that. Ray didn't care. If there was something that was, like, right here and he was right here, he fought it until it was right there. And that's what I love about him, you know?
Yeah.
So, that and with the soul, you can't help but like Ray. I mean,
Amazing.
especially if you don't ever heard of Ray Charles, you went and saw that movie.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta like Ray when you watch it.
Yeah, you do.
So,
Just awesome.
but yeah, I've always loved him, and what's so funny is when I was a kid, he was the Pepsi guy.
Oh, yeah, I
So
remember that.
I grew up, and he's like, "You got the right one, baby," and that was it. So I was like, I gotta find out who this guy is, and I did some research. I was like, this guy's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is.
so
Yeah, he is.
yeah, I love Ray Charles, man. He's the best.
He's the greatest.
And Cosby Show. That's actually what inspired me to start the nighttime.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was the first time we played it. A guy ran up and he was like, "Oh, that's from the Cosby Show."
And they even said, "Is that Rudy?"
Yeah, he's like, "That's the part where
Is that
Rudy
Rudy?
came in. They were lip syncing."
I was like,
They used to do the
Really?
best little performances on that show.
yeah, I had totally forgot that was off the Cosby Show.
Night and day.
Yeah, man.
With
Yeah, I heard
Clay.
him make a new Cosby show.
They're what?
Yeah, Bill Cosby is supposed to have a similar show.
Right.
Oh.
The multi,
That'd be
generational.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be cool.
I heard they're trying to get Rudy back.
I kind of get a little
That would be
irritated
cool,
sometimes when
actually.
they mess with the good stuff. Like, don't try and do like Full House over again. Just let it. It was fine
Yeah.
how it was, or don't try and do, what was the other one at the bar we liked so much?
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Or Seinfeld.
Yeah.
It's
Forrest
Strangers.
Gump.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
leave
Leave
it alone.
it.
Leave it alone. Just say-
Yeah. Yeah. Just leave it. All right. So are we? Okay. So you guys are gonna perform a couple songs for us. What are we doing? I don't
We
know.
just made it happen.
All
You
right.
guys singing. You just name it before you start singing.
Medley? Or?
Yeah. Sublime medley. Let's hear you guys do that.
All right.
All right. All right. Take a listen.
Yeah, I'll sing it the way I sing it in restaurants where I just don't sing cuss words.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look around and see a bunch of children, and I'm like,
Yeah, we keep it PC up in here.
oh yeah, you really got to. And see, we I don't know if you noticed, but we don't cuss in our songs. So
Awesome.
just because
Yeah, we don't want
if you're rocking out, as an older person, bring your kids too,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So
Love it.
they probably don't understand heartbreak and all other stuff, but who cares? Y'all ready? All right.
Yeah.
When you grab a hold of me, tell me that I'll never be set free. 'Cause I'm a parasite. Creep and crawl, I'll step into the night. 2 pints of booze. Tell me, are you a bad bitch too? Ain't got no money to spend. I hope this night never ends. Lord knows that I'm VCR. Oh, I got the deuce in the trunk of my car. Oh yeah. Ring the alarm, 'cause now the sound is dying. Oh, ring the alarm, 'cause now the sound is suffering. Oh, ring the alarm, 'cause now the sound is dying. Oh, ring the alarm, because the sound is, because the sound is. Early in the morning, rising to the street. Light me up that cigarette, now strap shoes on my feet. Got to find a reason things went wrong. Got to find a reason why my man is all gone. I got a Dalmatian, I can still get high. And I can play the guitar like a freaking riot. Life is too short to love the one you got, so you might give another or you might get a shot. Never stop a second, always get it on my chest. Never had to battle with a bulletproof vest. Takes small example, think you did it for me. Takes small money, get it off the tyranny. Love is what I got, it's in my reach. You feel it when it dance, you need a time. Love is what I got. Cause remember that shit, love is what I got. Cause remember that, oh, I don't cry when my dog runs away. I don't get angry, nothing else I'll have to pay. I don't get angry when my mom goes back. It's about when it's back to the right. Friday, it's all the same. Everybody died when the winners stay sane. Let the love it come back to me. Love is what I got. Just remember that shit. Love is what I got. Just remember that shit. Love is what I got. Just remember that shit. Love is what I got. So remember that. Yeah, that's our Sublime medley.
I love it. I feel sublime.
You can hear the Bob in there too.
yeah.
Woo! Yeah, we do a little like the whole capo thing. Like I like playing that one song like that, and then it's like take the capo away because I like playing the other song the other way. So yeah.
All right. And now you guys are going to play for us.
Do you want to do Boogeyman or something, Kev? We always try to. Kevin and I always try to like half everything. If I play a song, he plays a song.
All right.
And old Kev, he can do some really awesome stuff. So
Cool. Now, is this original?
Yeah, it is.
Let's hear it.
Let's see.
what song you want to play? Boogeyman?
If it's a request, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's my favorite song. I was gonna say that earlier, and I was like, well, I don't want to like throw anything on Kevin, you know, but
That's our request.
All right,
Boogeyman.
let's see here. All right. I definitely felt loosened up after. I felt myself scooting this way.
Yeah,
All right.
Oh yeah.
And are you guys gonna perform one more song?
I got it.
Yeah, we can.
I gotta hear attention.
Attention.
Oh, you want us to play attention? All right.
Yeah.
We can do
You
that.
can play one more, but I gotta hear attention.
All right. It's gonna be without the auto tune. All right. Well, baby, I'm sorry, and I'm desperate for you. I look in the mirror when I see our reflection. Oh, my baby, oh, can I get your attention? No more than time flies when I look in your eyes. I see a little loving that I wish could be mine. Oh, my baby, oh, won't you give me a sign? Oh, baby, I'm sorry when I'm desperate for you. I look in the mirror when I see our reflection. Oh, my baby, oh, can I get your attention? You know I may be quiet, but I'm thinking of you. You may not even notice that my face shines for you. And love is my color, and you were making me blue. Oh, baby, I'm sorry, and I'm desperate for you. I look in the mirror when I see our reflection. Oh, my baby, oh, can I get your attention? Oh, baby, I'm sorry when I'm desperate for you. I look in the mirror when I see our reflection. Oh, my baby, oh, can I get your attention?
All right. Well, thank you guys
Thank you.
so much for coming out and performing
Yeah.
for us. We really appreciate it, and I know our fans are going to enjoy getting to know you as much as we
We
have.
appreciate being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You are very welcome, and thank you for our fans for tuning in and listening. MSMF Radio, love Mississippi, love music. It's just that simple. This is Carol Jones, and let's do this again real soon.
Right. We have really enjoyed
Awesome. Yeah, we had a great time.
That was awesome.
Thank you. MSMF Radio, music, one language.